Janelle and Anna, thank you for being here today. I know mediation may not be easy, but it can often make the situation better. I understand we are here to discuss the topic of Janelle's kids. After talking with each of you prior to today, it's my understanding that you each feel very differently about the children spending the night at Anna's house. So we're here to learn how each of you see the situation. To start, you will each have a turn to talk about your own perspective and how it is affecting you. Please listen for anything the other person says that's new to you. Please hold your questions and responses until later. That way, each of you will have a chance to explain your own viewpoint. Go ahead and make notes if you want to. Let's try not to accuse each other, but instead just express our concerns. Would you please also tell us what you're hoping to get out of mediation today? Anna, would you like to start and tell about the situation from your point of view?
Yes, thank you for allowing me to be here today. My concern is that I want to start saying that I'm baffled the fact that you will not allow my grandkids to spend the night over with me. I feel like you don't trust me with the kids. And you're trying to separate my son and me because we're always fighting about the same issue. Also, you're separating me from my grandkids. I've never seen any of my friends not being allowed to keep their grandkids. And I feel very left out, especially when they're telling me how their weekend was with their own grandkids, and mine was spent alone. When I was growing up, we used to spend weekends, weeks, and sometimes even the whole summer over at our grandparents' house. And we loved it. And when I was a mother, and sometimes even summers over, and when I was a mother, I know I would needed a break, so I would send my kid, your husband, to my mom, and he loved it. He spent so much good time with them, and that's what I feel like that's why they have such a good relationship and trust, and he keeps being part of his grandmother's life. I just want to be able to be part of my grandkids' life as much as possible, and I hope this mediation gives me that opportunity to be able to be present for them and to create a bonding time with them and to create a special bond that is gonna last a lifetime. You know, I just don't want to be left alone because your mom is able to spend time with them.
Thank you for sharing that, Anna. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it.
Janelle, would you please tell us about the situation from your viewpoint?
Yes, thank you so much for taking time to meet with us today. When I was growing up, I spent every day with my mother. I learned, grew, laughed, and loved with her and from her. My mother and I are very close because of it. I still know that I can go to my mother for anything. She raised me and didn't spend hours complaining about needing a break. She made me feel loved and as if she wanted to be a part of every up and down that I had, and she was. I want the same thing for my children. I chose to have children so that I could raise them and so that I could share a bond with them, not so someone else could. I want to make sure that there is no more disrespect being shown or given. I feel that my husband and I have the right to decide who spends time with our children and what's best for our children, not for somebody else to make those decisions.
Thank you for sharing that, Janelle. Is there anything else you want to add?
Yes. Anna doesn't respect me as her son's wife, the mother of her grandchildren, or as a person. She's worried about what her friends think and what they're doing, and she just wants to show the kids off. I don't have a problem with her spending time with the kids. I have a problem with overnights because that's not how I was raised, and that's not how her son and I have decided to raise our children, and she needs to respect that, not fight with us about it.
Thank you. Anna, would you like to respond to that?
Well, I'm sorry she feels that way, but I don't think I'm being rude or inconsiderate at all. What I think is completely unfair that maybe you're not considered that you spend way more time with it and you allow your mother to spend more time with the kids. She gets to see them every weekend. What I'm here being like begging you to allow me to spend time with my grandkids. I feel like it's not fair that just because I am your mother-in-law, not your mom, you don't let me spend as much time with the kids. So at this point, I feel like I'm not really bonding with them and that they don't really like me, or it's not like I want to show off them to my friend. As I said, I just want to have bonding time with them and for them to love me and to trust me as much as they do to Janelle's mother, because she gets to spend time with them, but I don't. I feel like that's super unfair.
Wow, so this has really been tough for each of you. It sounds like Anna was very left out and is afraid her grandchildren won't love her or have good memories of her. She would like more time with her grandchildren to bond and hopes they can stay with her. Janelle, as a mother, you feel like this is now your turn to raise your children and you don't want your kids to think you sent them away because you wanted a break from them. It also sounds like you feel uncomfortable with your kids spending the night with someone else because your mom never allowed that when you were a child. So now that we've heard how each other feels, I would like you each to write down anything you may have learned that was new for the next time we meet back here to discuss possible resolutions.
Thank you.
Thank you.